beautiful Disney dinners, Cars. Get ready for an all-American fare of sliders with bacon mac and cheese stuffed inside of a bread cone. That's for all my Disneyland fans out there. Followed by boozy milkshakes garnished with a dark chocolate donut tire. And after the sun goes down, I have a little surprise. So get ready to get your kicks on Route 66.
I hung racing flags from the doorway to really give it that Cars vibe, and I carried that same black and white checkered motif into the dining room with the tablecloth. This is a super cheap tablecloth, but absolutely does the job. I thought it looked so cute, makes me very nostalgic. And then I had red plastic burger baskets and paper napkins, I know, can you believe it, on the table for that diner vibe. I also found this fantastic light up neon lightning bolt sign, which is of course for Lightning McQueen. Then for the flowers, I wanted just cheap flowers that would be appropriate for a diner, so I went with yellow and white mums in mason jars, and then I had Coke bottles, ketchup, mustard, and a vintage straw container on the table as well. On my sign, I wrote Kate's V8 Cafe, which is a nod to Flo's V8 Cafe. And then for my wall art, I went with these great vintage car posters. They're all different, all sorts of colors, and not only do they make me think, well, of course, of cars, because they're all car related, they also make me think of Luigi's. It feels very much like Luigi's shop to me to have all these car posters, even in the line at Disneyland for the ride. It has a similar look and feel to it. Then I found this fantastic poster that so looks like Doc Hudson to me from the movie. For my side table, I went with sunflowers, of course an all-American flower, and then a galvanized metal bucket with some vintage sodas. And the main course was hearty, to say the least. We had the mac and cheese stuffed inside of a bread cone and a slider with a pickle hidden Mickey. Do you see it? There we go. Little pickle hidden Mickey for you. The bread cones are so fun and satisfying to make. You start with a homemade bread dough divided into 8 equal pieces. And then you're gonna roll those pieces out into 30-inch pieces. You can see I literally keep my tape measure on my counter when I'm doing this because I like them to be equal. So you get all of your pieces measured and you just wrap the rope slowly around your mold. Now you can buy molds or you can make your own. I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second. You just wanna make sure that you overlap slightly so that there's no gaps in the dough. You really should be able to put a liquid in here if you so chose, because it's that tight of a wrap. I just love them. They're so fun to do. I could do this all day. Look at the smile on my face. So to make your cone while the dough is rising, you just want to fold. This is literally computer paper. You can see how I just kind of start halfway. You want to do it kind of loose. You just roll it into a cone shape, and then you roll aluminum foil around that. Of course, you have to be very careful that no paper whatsoever is showing, because that would be very dangerous. So you can see I just kind of fold it in on itself, and then it makes a heat-proof cone. To make the cones look super professional, you just brush a little egg wash on there. This is just a beaten egg, and then once that's in every nook and cranny, you sprinkle on some flax seeds and some sesame seeds, which also gives it a great crunch when you bite into it. Then you just throw these in the oven for about 15 minutes, and they are good to go. They're good piping hot, or even the next day. Now I stuffed these with bacon, mac, and cheese, but there are so many possibilities. You could throw some chili in here, you could put just lunch meat and cheese. There are just so many different options. I even had them left over the next day with scrambled eggs inside, and they were amazing. I made a Midwestern style mac and cheese in my crock pot for Cars. This is actually bacon mac and cheese with Cotswold and Velveeta. It's super creamy and delicious. There's also some Parmesan to give it that just nice saltiness. There's a little garlic powder, a little paprika. This just hits the spot. I'm obsessed with this dish. The mac and cheese and the bread cones were made ahead of time, so all I had to do when my guests arrived was grill up some burgers. Now, unfortunately, my grill actually broke today, so I learned how to do these beauties on the stove. And you know what? I liked it better. They're so juicy. This is an 80/20 organic slider and just really hit the spot, so cheers to that. Now, instead of doing a cocktail, I just decided to serve some Coca-Cola because that was way more on theme for a diner. This is where it gets really exciting. So after the sun went down, I turned the lights off. I played the Shaboom song from the movie and from the theme park. And I went around and turned on neon. I had neon hidden all over the dining room. I was so excited about this. I wish you guys could hear it with the song, like we heard it in person, because it's way more magical. So do me a favor, after you watch this the first time, play the song separately, which I'm of course not allowed to include for copyright reasons. And then watch the neon come on, because it's just so magical. And this, to me, just really is what a Disney dinner is all about. It made everyone so happy to see the dining room light up. And it made me so happy because every night at sunset, Disney's California Adventure actually does this to Cars Land. They play the Shaboom song, and then the neon slowly turns on in the land. If you've not been at night to Cars Land at DCA, I highly recommend it. This just looks so magical and fun. You can see everyone smiling and so enjoying it. Before dessert, which was an Amaretto milkshake, specifically a Di Serrano milkshake topped with a dark chocolate donut tire. I was so excited about these. This is such a smooth milkshake, and no one even believed me that it had alcohol in it because Di Serrano goes down at just so smooth. This was a total hit. Everybody drank every single drop and ate all the donuts. It was just such a perfect ending to a fun night at Kate's V8 Cafe. And remember, just like at Princess and the Frog, the lighting actually looked like this. We only turned the lights on for photography because this is a little bit dark to watch in a video, but still, this is the magical atmosphere that we had while drinking our boozy milkshakes.
The burger was definitely my favorite. It was juicy, it was good. The pickles, the hidden Mickey in the pickles, that was a nice touch.
Yeah, I love the cone.
My favorite part was the boozy milkshake. I love the hint of amaretto.
Far and away the milkshake. And the donut, I don't know how you did it, but it was not dense, which is tough for a chocolate donut.
This one was really hard for me to do conceptually because I was so stuck on getting neon in here, because at Disney's California Adventure, when the sun goes down at Cars Land, they play the Shaboom song and then they have all the neon flip on one at a time. And so it's absolutely determined. That was part of the reason I wanted to do Cars as a dinner, was to do like the neon, but it turns out neon is super expensive. So I really cheated that with like the colored lights and to do some different tricks so you still get that effect of the neon colors without having like the true neon. I at one point almost just bit the bullet and said I'm gonna just do the whole dining room in neon anyway, but then I thought so much of the reason why I do Disney dinners is to inspire other people, and so I thought if this is too expensive for me to want to do this, nobody else is gonna want to do this, so that's why I kind of took a different route and tried to light up the dining room in another way, but I think it looks really magical in here.
This really works, yeah, and I don't even know if the camera can like actually like capture this, but in here it still like looks very like neon-y almost. Like the lights are just the right amount of light that it doesn't overwhelm you, you know?
I hope that it looks as good on camera as it looks in person, because I keep thinking that it looks very like magical in here.
I think Kate's V8 Cafe is a definite hit.
Yay! Thanks for coming, guys!
If you love this video, be sure to check out my other Disney dinners on my Facebook page as well as on my website, therosetable.com, and stay tuned because next month is Disney Dinners Coco.